but how many decisions are being made in your business by people who are really too senior for that decision to be made? They don't, not only that, but they don't have all of the detailed knowledge. They might have had previous experience, they might be in charge of that department, but they don't have all of the knowledge right there to make a decision as to what to do. Hi, and welcome to Helping You Perform. I'm your host, Paul Teasdale. Over a career working with high-performing teams from across the globe, including 7 years working with Formula One team McLaren, I've learned a lot about what it takes to drive results. In this weekly podcast series, I'm going to be bringing you tips, tricks, and insights from the world of Formula One that you can apply to your organisation for your high performance. Enjoy. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Helping You Perform, where I bring my tips, tricks, insights and stories from the high performance world of Formula One and beyond, and to help you put these things into practice and accelerate your own performance. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode 65, where I talked about this quote that I'd heard that I absolutely love, which is, "Slow is smooth and smooth is fast." So I challenged you, and I hope I'll hear some more of your examples. So I heard some brilliant ones in terms of how you've actually applied this for yourself and what it means in your world. So if you've got any more, please do get in touch. But this week, I'm going to continue on that theme of the little quotes and phrases that I've heard throughout my time that really start to encapsulate high performance in that world. Now, one of them, which I've talked about on a number of occasions really, is this phrase of decisions at the point of most knowledge. Now, when I first heard this again just really struck home, because all too often when decisions are being made in business, they're being made with a level of hierarchy to consider. They are being made at a slow pace. They're not being made in the best place possible or by the right people as I see them. But I never could encapsulate how do you bring that all back into one single piece. And I think this is absolutely critical. Decisions at the point of most knowledge. So who makes the decisions? The people who have the most knowledge for that situation. Now, this story, and I've told it before on the podcast, but I'm going to tell it again. Why not? Comes from just before a race. So the race team's about to start the race, and one of the cars is sitting on the pit lane, and it's not going. And you don't have to be an expert to know that if your car isn't going, then it can't start the race. And if you can't start, you can't win. So therefore, you've got to do everything in your power to get that car going. Now, at the time, there's a sort of young engineer underneath the car with his wrenches and his tools, trying to figure out what to do. And in the pit lane was one of our senior operational leaders with a senior client partner, standing there watching. And the client partner's like, "Why aren't you getting involved? Why aren't you shouting and getting in amongst it and doing everything? I know you're a great engineer in your own right. You probably know what to do in that circumstance." And this leader from McLaren said, "That's not my job. Even though I may have some knowledge as to the mechanics of the car, I might be a really good mechanic, and I was back in my day. My job is now to be this operational lead. And also, I don't have the most knowledge. I haven't been working on that particular car day in, day out for the past however many weeks or months. That engineer who is currently underneath that car has all of that detailed knowledge, and they have the situational knowledge of what's exactly going on and what's got them to that state with the car." So in terms of who decides what to do, there's no point in having a meeting and a hierarchical, right, I'm going to put this up the chain to see whether or not I need to fix this piece or that piece, whatever it might be. The person who has the most knowledge has the power to make a decision and to do what they believe is right. Now, I think this can really radically change a lot of the businesses that I've worked with. A removal of the hierarchy of unnecessary decisions. Now, some decisions may require that deeper level of knowledge and the sort of broader level of knowledge that an executive team or a senior leadership team might have. but how many decisions are being made in your business by people who are really too senior for that decision to be made? They don't, not only that, but they don't have all of the detailed knowledge. They might have had previous experience, they might be in charge of that department, but they don't have all of the knowledge right there to make a decision as to what to do. And if you can empower your people and set your business up so that people have the ability to make decisions if they have the most knowledge in that situation, then that can radically improve your performance. Not only in terms of the empowerment that that gives people, but also in terms of the speed of decisions and the sheer headroom that you can remove. You give yourself some more headspace as a leader by removing a lot of the decisions that aren't necessary for you because other people have the most knowledge. So as always, I'd love to hear how you're putting these things into practice. What does decisions at the point of most knowledge mean to you and your business? And how can you apply it to accelerate your own performance? As always, drop me a message, go to the website, find me on LinkedIn, and I'd love to hear your stories and how you're applying this so that we can share this knowledge and all accelerate our performance together. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Helping You Perform podcast. If you found value in this episode, please take a moment to like, share, or review the podcast. You can reach out to me at any time, either through LinkedIn or through my website at www.paulteasdale.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode.